Let's get more now from senior White House advisor David Axelrod, who joins us from the People's House this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Bill.
So we just heard the Speaker of the House say she essentially enjoys the vitriol that's coming at her from all the opponents out there. How about you and the President? How do you regard this white-hot anger we heard all day yesterday?
Well, I'm not thinking about vitriol. I'm thinking about the guy I met walking out of the building this morning who was in tears, who said his father died when he was 63 and his family was almost grateful because they were going bankrupt. He didn't have insurance, and he wanted the president to know how much this meant to him. And there are people like that all over this country today who understand that Americans have more security because of what the House of Representatives did on Sunday, because of the president's leadership, and I'm gratified about that.
There are those people, obviously, who will be helped by this, but they are far outnumbered by the folks who won't see any change at all, or who are just sort of violently opposed to the idea of this bill. How many seats do you think Democrats will lose as a result of this in November?
Well, Bill, first of all, let me challenge your premise. I think every American is going to have a more secure relationship with their insurance companies as a result of this, because there are a series of protections that will be implemented over time that are going to be important to people. Insurance companies won't be able to throw you off of your insurance if you get seriously ill. If you have a pre-existing condition, you'll be able to get coverage. Lifetime caps will go off, so insurance companies can't say you've exceeded your limit. I don't care how sick you are, we're not going to pay for your coverage. So that's going to affect a lot of people all over this country. Small businesses all over this country this week, when the president signs this bill, become eligible for 35% tax credit for the health insurance they provide their employees.
But you have to be honest, this is going to be a heavy political lift in November.
Listen, I think the heavy political lift would have been as if this bill went down. The reality of this bill is so much different than the caricature they painted, and that's why they were so frantically trying to defeat it. Now, ultimately, this is not about the politics of November. It's about the security of Americans now and for future generations. Every Democrat who campaigns on this will be able to campaign proudly, and everyone who opposes it is going to have to say, yes, I'm going to take that insurance away from that child with pre-existing conditions. I'm going to take that tax credit away from the small business person and raise their taxes. I think that's a tough argument to make.
In the meantime, while that argument is being made, attorneys general in 12 states, from the Carolinas and Alabama all the way up to Washington, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, are now going to take you to court. They're going to argue that this is overreach, that the federal government constitutionally cannot force people to buy insurance. If this goes to the Supreme Court, how do you argue against that?
Well, Bill, first of all, every single major piece of legislation that's ever been passed in this country has engendered lawsuits. That's the nature of our system, and we expected that, and we are very confident that this will withstand those legal challenges. This was crafted in a way to do so. We think the authority is there to do this.
All right, David Axelrod, appreciate your thoughts this morning. Thank you.
Thanks. Good being with you.